Well, here it is. Bleach is back, and Ichigo and his party have made it back to the Royal Palace, although there's an asterisk on that because they might be at the Royal Palace, but they're pretty much at the remains of the Royal Palace because now Yhwach has changed the whole landscape and changed everything that it was once before. So now, even though Ichigo and party has encountered some new friends, or some new old friends, they are still now at the new battleground, the new stage that will be happening for this next final arc, next area where the battle is going to take place. I will have to say it's great to have some of the old characters back once again, as in the case of one of the top waifus from Bleach is now here, Nell herself, and now she can transform from child to adult form whenever she wants. Now, of course, this is put Orihime in a very peculiar spot, as another busty woman has basically just toppled the man that she loves and cares for. But main character MC Ichigo doesn't even notice any of this, but it is what it is. I will have to say that, getting Grimjaw back, Nell back, and of course some of the people from some of the last arcs in the original Bleach, whom were enemies in the past, are now allies, as they explain how they have this new rail system or way to get into enemy territory without being detected, which was great that they went into the whole lore of Bleach to explain how this was possible. But one thing I will have to say as a viewer of regular Bleach is the fact that Bleach is one of those anime that even when they have filler, I guess you say, like quote unquote filler arcs, you still must watch them, because what would normally be filler arcs for most anime where you can just skip them, be like, oh, just, watch this guide, skip this episode, that episode, whatever. Bleach is one of those original ones that even in filler arcs, they sprinkle in some important info or important characters that are like, oh, this isn't as filler as I thought it was going to be. So for those that definitely saw all of Bleach, you can understand and appreciate having old characters come back is still a good thing. There wasn't really a whole lot of differences in this episode, I will want to say, because they kind of stayed true a little bit to a few things, but let's go into the differences because there was one good joke that was left out. The two main differences that were in this episode, other than, regular speech stuff where one thing is said here that was technically said, someplace else, which is normal, but the biggest things was here when Yhwach was absorbing and he was still trying to get his power all together. It took so long that while Ichigo and party were kind of away, his Yhwach's subordinates, Uryu and everyone else, they found a lounge. They found someplace, not like lounges in a bar, but basically someplace that kind of had a couch and they could just sit and talk. And some of the subordinates were just kind of, like the sniper dude and them, they're just kind of talking and such and trying to make Uryu feel part of the team, the gladiator guy and all that. And then all of a sudden they realize, oh, we got to go back and see Yhwach because, his power is finished. So once they go back in, that's when everything kind of takes place where they see his power and kind of get scared by the eyes and such. But I think it's fine that they left that out because it wasn't really, that big of a deal that they left and came back. The fact that it shows that they kind of were standing there the whole time and then Yhwach manifested its power and they were all taken back. And then of course Yhwach reconstructs the palace. That kind of it does make sense when it kind of goes all together as a sequence to show that it's not necessarily taking that long. One of the other things that was cut out that was actually pretty funny, Yurichi was talking about her brother. They did make the small joke where Ichigo's like, oh, I didn't know you had a brother. And she's like, what are you, my fiance? Why would you need to know about that? Now that was in there, but then afterwards, the party kind of groups up. And then they're like, ooh, what could Yurichi's brother look like? And she's like, come on, he looks kind of like me. And then they look at Yurichi and then they imagine her brother to be like some cat dude. And then she's like, okay, not that form of me. And so that was actually kind of funny as far as reading the manga. You know, they cut that out for time, but I will have to say that I think would have been pretty funny, you know, just to add a couple of minutes in there for, you know, just for Bleach's sake and comedic sake. But, you know, it is what it is. There's still a lot more funny moments and or good moments that they better not cut in the future. And mainly that was it as far as differences. And as far as for this episode is concerned, it was pretty much a setup episode as everyone was kind of getting to the stage and getting to the next phase of battle as they all travel to the new kingdom that is the Quincy's stronghold. And he even creates his own throne, which is like, dang, okay. These next new fights are gonna take place here, and it's gonna absolutely be amazing because now that we have Ichigo's party there, we have the people from the 13 court squads are there. These next episodes are going to be nothing but fire. And I cannot wait till they animate this stuff, and it's going to be amazing. So Bleach is back. It's going to be pretty good. And tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, because I am excited and I cannot wait for these next few weeks. Make sure you guys, of course, like the video, and make sure if you enjoy what we're doing that you are subscribed, because we definitely have a lot more to discuss in Bleach and other anime here on the channel. And if you want to check out the reaction to this episode and several others, it's on the Patreon, which the link is down below in the description. So make sure to check that out when you guys get the chance. In the meantime, I hope you guys are having a good day. Please take care, be safe, and Lord willing, I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.